So the natural question is, how do you get more of it? We clearly see that the return rates go down.
And that would normally be quite difficult to produce in a cost-efficient way, right?
When we produce this traditionally, it takes us 6 to 8 weeks, and this we do now in 4 days. With that technology, you can unleash your creative power.
Hi, I'm Elena, and this is Business Casual, your guide to dressing Europe. And today we're talking about AI and how it's transforming content production. And today I'm joined by Matthias Haase, VP of Content Solutions at Zalando. Hi, Matthias.
Hello, nice to be here.
Before we dive into AI, I have a question for you. Be honest, have you ever bought anything absolutely unnecessary but really delightful because of a microtrend?
Yes, I did so. I bought a pair of shoes, but now, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable to wear it because it's so fancy. It doesn't fit to my style.
What kind of customer problem do you think AI is solving right now?
AI is especially beneficial for our customers that are looking deeply for more and more information on products, but also for more inspiration to products. And we see this clearly on our younger customers, Gen Z customers. And for those customers, the entire technology around AI, but also 3D, is really helping a lot. If you want to give more information to a product, for example, right, or if you want to create more inspiring content, the question is how you're going to do it, right? And at Zalando, we've shown basically, we do this, we call this elevated PDP, where we are adding videos, but also contextual images to products that it's way more inspiring for customers, but customers also understand what a product is made for, right? So for example, a hiking shoe, yeah, or a rain product. So the natural question is, how do you get more of it? Why is it limited to a certain assortment if it's so helpful for our customers? Why is not everything equipped with more information, more inspiration? And that's basically where we came from and how we understand also the positive impact from AI.
So what kind of concrete results do you see from elevated PDPs?
Yeah, we clearly see conversion rate starts basically to go up if you're adding contextual information. Yeah. So, but then when you're adding video content, and that's something where we clearly see the most recent strong impact from AI, we clearly see that the return rates go down, and that's a clear signal that you can see customers now understand the product even better because they see this product in movement, they see it from different angles.
And that would normally be quite difficult to produce in a cost-efficient way, right?
Exactly. So it's on one hand, and for sure it's about costs, 100%, right? But I also want to clearly mention that even if costs would not play such an important role, the question is how operationally you're doing this, right? Because we like to add videos, because we know that is really super beneficial. So we do this for all new assortment. But if you are looking as a brand, what do you have on stock that is not having a video but would participate from a video? So are you gonna now shoot a video on top of this? Often very hard, because either you don't get the same model, you have then 2 different models wearing this, or you need to reshoot everything. And here technology comes in play. You can take the images you have, the still images you have, and give it the AI, and the AI takes these images and creates a video out of that. So as a brand, you can elevate the experience for your customers using the technology.
Absolutely, and there's also a clear use case for localization, isn't it?
We do this on 2 ways. We are taking global content that we produce, that the teams produce, or our partners also deliver, and then we are basically making explicit campaigns for individual markets by using the content, applying AI technology, and so forth. With that combination, we create market-relevant content out of it. The other example is, and that's maybe for Germany, especially being here in Germany, a fun example, right? So Oktoberfest is an event that is quite known in Germany, and I would say even beyond the borders of Germany. But from our former thinking at Zalando, it's a local campaign because it's not a global event. So in the past, we never even had the possibility to create dedicated content for that. And nowadays, with this technology, we are able to basically promote Oktoberfest quite significantly on our platform.
So what kind of efficiency gains have you seen once you started deploying AI?
Yeah, so efficiency gains we clearly see is twofold. On one hand, it's the time itself. When we produce our on-site marketing campaigns, usually when we produce this traditionally, it takes us 6 to 8 weeks from the briefing and planning to the delivery of the content. And this we do now in 4 days. It's not just faster, it allows us also to react on certain trends. We call this microtrends that just arose often on social media. And then we are right away there to really pick that up and to advertise it and communicate on our platform. But then surely also, I don't want to avoid the cost topic, right? So it reduces heavily costs on travel, on let's say, on complex processes you have with a traditional shoot.
How can you as a brand use AI but still remain authentic?
You should start with your customer in mind, right? You should think about for what reason I'm using this technology. And at Zalando, we are starting always from our customer. By doing so, and I shared the examples before, we know that our customers really appreciate to be inspired. They're asking for inspirational content. They're asking for more information on products.
And there are some things that AI simply cannot do, enhances the human expertise.
Yeah, so I have the strong belief that the technology is super great. It helps our creative talent and creative people, so to say, to really leave certain constraints, right? Being even more creative because there is not the limit of a budget or the limit of a time. So, or the limit of your creativity. Sometimes you dream about an amazing location you would love to shoot in, but this either doesn't exist or it's far away, right? And with that technology basically at your hand, it's a tool. You can unleash your creative power. But what I also see is that technology is a technology and is not a creative mind. And so for that reason, I do strongly believe pairing this technology with a creative mind is the pure power.
Let's talk about virtual try-ons.
Yeah.
What is Zalando doing in that regard?
We are scaling this and we are doubling down quite well in many different areas. So you will very soon see the footwear assortment at Zalando is something you can discover in 3D. So that goes even beyond the video. Yeah. So where you decide from what angle you are looking at that product and how you discover it. But then also on the try-on, so you can virtually try on the shoes.
I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you for a very interesting conversation, Matthias. And that's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in to Business Casual. Keep dressing Europe, and we'll see you soon.